I am here with Alan Crowder. Obviously, you're going to be fighting on the 19th in Brooklyn against Greg Hardy. That is obviously going to be a huge topic, but rather than start right there, for fans who maybe don't know you yet, this is your second UFC fight. You came in through the Contender Series, but how did you get into the sport originally?
I started out playing football. I ended up kind of just fell out of love with the sport. I was bouncing at a nightclub, and a guy kind of came up to me and he asked if I liked to fight. And at the time, I was really into it. So I'd been watching like UFC and stuff, for a while. A couple of my buddies were telling me I needed to get into it, and then I went to this gym. The guy there liked me. I had a couple fights for him, and one thing led to another, and I ended up just pursuing my dream.
Now, the guy who came up to you, I mean, if some guy comes up to me in a nightclub and says, "Hey, man, you like to fight? I think I'm going outside." Who was it that came up to you?
I was thinking. Yeah. But he actually turned out to be pretty cool, man, and I'm glad he came and talked to me for sure.
All right, that's good. The other thing I know is that you had a baby girl recently. You're a new dad. How has that changed your approach to fighting, your mindset in the sport?
I already had a stepson. His name's Logan. I've been having him for a while now. So really, it's just more motivation. You know what I mean? I got another college to pay for. You know what I mean? So I need to make that money and continue to make the business that I started up grow. And the more fights I win, the more better that business will grow. So I mean, it's kind of one of those things. I'm just trying to look out for them and their future. So
all of a sudden, that performance of the night bonus is like a college fund.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
All right. Now, earlier this year, if I'm not mistaken, I think you were supposed to fight at UFC 225. You were injured. I think you had a meniscus tear. How's the knee now? How's it feeling? Did it take some time to get confidence back in it?
Yeah. Not really, man. As soon as I had the surgery, I wanted to take the fight, with my meniscus tear because I could still kind of walk on it and I could move around. The only problem is whenever I straightened it out all the way, it would swell back up. There's some kind of flip knot where it was, whenever it straightened all the way out, it pinched that nerve and it made it flare all the way back up. Ended up having the surgery on it. I think it took maybe 2 or 3 weeks to heal up. Once it healed up, I started gradually getting back into it, and I haven't had any problems with that knee since. So I still kind of baby it a little bit, but I don't really worry about it. I've done kicks and I ain't had no problems with it.
Was it a partial tear or?
It was they call it a flip knot tear. So whenever it tore, it flipped underneath in between my kneecap and was lodged in between there. So they just went in and cut half my meniscus out.
Okay, yeah, I've got a little bit of experience in the meniscus department myself, so they're not fun, but good to hear you're healing up.
Yeah, most definitely.
So obviously, the big talk in the next little while is going to be the Greg Hardy fight. You're the guy who gets to welcome him to the UFC. You came in through the Contender Series. He came in through the Contender Series. You had a little bit of a setback against Justin Willis, but he's a guy who's really moved forward. You fought Curtis Blades in the past, and we all know where he is. But now you're in this co-main event on the debut on ESPN+. How did this fight all come together for you?
Honestly, so I was supposed to fight back in June. I ended up having that surgery. I've been trying to get another fight since. They called me for a fight in September. I ended up having my little girl in September, so I couldn't take that one. So I was looking for another fight. I had watched Greg Hardy fight on the Contender Series. I was like, man, that'd be a good matchup. I've been wanting to fight in New York since they had the one in Madison Square Garden. And then my coach was talking about it. He's from New York. He was really excited about it. My manager called me up in December and was like, hey, man, would you like to take a fight against Greg Hardy in New York? And I was like, man, kind of like, that's exactly what I wanted. So, it really just worked out really well.
Absolutely, it did. Now, a year ago, ESPN runs a headline that says, signing Greg Hardy is a mistake. Now he's about to make his debut on their streaming service. He's been found guilty on 2 domestic violence charges, and he gets off on appeal. A lot of people feel he shouldn't be in the UFC, including people who work for the network. But what's your take on all this, as far as you're the guy who's got to fight him?
I'm not God. I can't judge the guy. You know what I mean? I don't agree with the things he's done in his past. Again, that was a long time ago. Hopefully he don't do shit like that no more. He's always going to be, this is always going to be something that comes up in his future for the rest of his life. You know what I mean? So that's something he's got to deal with. He's got to get right with God on that. But I just want to fight. Honestly, I'm excited for the opportunity to go in there and no matter what he's done, I'm going for the win. You know what I mean? So it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, clearly you want to win no matter what. Is it any extra motivation for you, though?
Yeah, I mean, most definitely. I got, I mean, the whole co-main event, you know what I mean, lined up on that is extra motivation. You know what I mean? I lost my last fight. I got to get this win right here. You know, the UFC can cut you at any time. You know, if I had 2 losses in a row, to say I don't know if there's going to be a third fight. I got a 4-fight contract, but nothing's guaranteed. You know what I mean? I got to go out there, got to put on a good show, and that's the game plan.
Now, are you surprised at all that it is a co-main event? Even being Greg Hardy, it's his first fight. He's been fighting on, Fight Pass on the Contender Series, and then I think he did an Island Fights or XFN card. Were you surprised at how high up the card this was?
Oh yeah, most definitely. You know what I mean? This is, and I was coming off the loss, so to hear that's going to be the co-main event, you know what I mean? It's definitely a surprise, but it's definitely a surprise I'm very excited about. Again, the co-main event on the first ESPN Plus card, that's a hell of a, way to bring it back, from my last fight.
Now, everyone's focused on his background and his past outside the cage in the football realm, but in fighting, I mean, he's never gone past a minute. So is the game plan here, and you don't got to give anything away, but I mean, I think it speaks for itself, is the game plan to kind of drag him into deep waters?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, definitely want to drag him in deep water. He's a big, powerful guy. He's very athletic. I want to see how powerful and athletic he is coming into the second round.
And then the other question is his wrestling defense. I don't know if you want to go there. Do you want to box him? Do you want to try for the takedown?
I'm kind of going off of what he does. You know what I mean? If he comes bull rushing in, I may take him to the ground. If he wants to keep standing and doesn't go off Hulk Savage crazy on me, then I'll keep standing with my boxing. I've been working on mostly my boxing over the last year. And I feel very confident with it.
Now, with all the talk and all the attention on him, do you feel you're getting overlooked at all here? Or does the attention being on him kind of take some of the pressure off of you?
I mean, it definitely takes a little bit of the pressure off of me. And then and I'm kind of excited about that, too. Everybody's hyped up on Greg Hardy. You know what I mean? He's got those, 3 knockouts as a pro. So everybody thinks he's going to go in and knock me out. Whenever the fight comes around next weekend and I get the win, you know what I mean, that's going to be a turnaround and all new headlines will be talking about me instead of him from there on out.
And have you heard a lot of feedback from people saying, yeah, we want to see you knock him out?
Oh, yeah. I get messages probably every day, at least every other day, talking about I need to knock him out, I need to win. A lot of positive motivation and stuff from a lot of people and even people that I don't even know.
I mean, he's definitely got a target on his back. In a way, you almost kind of won the lottery with this one because you're going to get this huge opportunity.
Yeah, most definitely. Yes, sir.
Now, I'm not going to ask you for a prediction because I think it's been done to death, but this is a big way to start 2019. Where would you like to see yourself in a year? What's your goal for 2019?
I want to finish out my contract. I got 2 more fights after this one right here. The plan is to win all 3 of those fights I got left. And then see where it goes from there,
And without asking you to look ahead, are there names in the division that interest you? Anyone that's got your attention, or are you just going to worry about that after the fact?
Yeah, I mean, Curtis Blades is somebody I've been wanting for a long time. That's probably the reason why I got the fight, because I called him out on the Contender Series. So he's definitely next on the list. But I got to focus on the guy I got in front of me right now, get this win, and go from there.
Now, going back to your debut in the UFC, Justin Willis, the old saying, you win or you learn. What did you take away from that bout?
You got to go in, you got to have a good game plan. You definitely can't judge a book by its cover. I looked at him, I had a height advantage on him. He definitely outweighed me by a little bit. I was trying to drop down. Eventually, I wanted to work my way into the 205 light heavyweight class. I got down to like 230, and it was just killing me. My strength was gone. I went in with a bad game plan, and he was a lot faster than he looked. He ended up catching me right off the bat, and he took advantage of it, and it really worked out good for him. But it was definitely a learning experience. You're only a rookie once, and I don't plan on making those mistakes again.
All right, now Greg Hardy is in that position. You're the guy welcoming him, January 19th, UFC Brooklyn. Just want to thank you again for the time today, man. And anyone you want to thank, shout-outs to sponsors, you go right ahead and where we can find you on social media.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook, Alan Crowder. I'm the second. My father has the same name, so you just have to search for my picture. Instagram is Alan underscore PB Crowder, or Alan PB Crowder. You can find me on Instagram. I actually just made a Twitter account the other day. I'm still trying to figure that one out. I believe it's at Alan Crowder 6. So I have my picture of me up there on that. So definitely check it out. Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, man. Hey, thanks again for the time. Looking forward to the fight, January 19th, man. You have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. Bye.